everyone, and welcome to Cricut Time. Subscribe to see new videos each week with project ideas and tutorials on all things Cricut. Hey everyone! If you are new to the Cricut world or just got one for Christmas, welcome to the club. Today I will walk you through how to do your first iron-on project. For this project, I'll be using this red tote bag that I picked up from Michael's. I'll also be using some everyday iron-on vinyl in white. If you are new to this is also called heat transfer vinyl or HTV for short. Let's get started in Design Space. I'll click on New Project. If you haven't downloaded this program yet, it's free to use and you will need it for your machine. It's easy to make your own designs, but today I want to focus on how to make your first iron-on project. So let's use one that's ready to go. Design Space has lots of images ready to use in the Images section. If you click on here, you can type in whatever you are looking for. Today's bag is going to be from my friend who is a dog lover, so I'll type in just a girl who loves dogs. There are a few options here, and I think I'll go with this one. I'll click on that and add to canvas. I'll include this image number in the description below so you can find it easily. When you are first starting out, make it easy on yourself and just use one color of vinyl. This design happens to come with two, so I will just change that by selecting the whole design and then up here clicking on this little color square. I'll make everything black. Now I can resize this. You can click on it to resize, or just put in your dimensions right here. I want this to be 9 inches high, so it fits nicely on my bag. This looks ready on this screen, but when you are using Cricut Design Space, sometimes you can run into a little problem. Watch what happens when I go to press Make It. I'll be cutting on a mat. When I get to this screen, all of a sudden, my design has been separated. If this happens to you, don't worry, just press Cancel and go back to the main canvas. Over on this right panel, you can see that this design came in 4 different layers. Instead of having my machine cut them out separately, I can put them together by selecting all of the layers. Then down at the bottom, click on Attach. Now I can try this again. Make it. I'll be cutting on a mat. And when I get back to matte view, everything is right where it should be. If this project was going to be out of regular vinyl or cardstock, I could press continue, but with iron-on vinyl or HTV, there's one more step that you need to do. The material comes with a transfer sheet already stuck to it, so you will actually need to cut the design out from the back. For this reason, when using iron-on material, you have to mirror the image and cut it out backwards. Click on this little button here, Mirror, so you don't end up with a backwards final project. This is ready, so now I'll click on Continue, and then I need to choose my material. I'm using Everyday Iron-On, which I can find in the drop-down menu for the Maker or the Joy. If you're using an Explorer, turn your dial to Iron-On. Now let's get started on the bag. I'll start out by cutting the HTV to size. If you haven't used iron-on vinyl before, there are 2 sides. The really shiny side is the carrier sheet, and this is the side that will go down onto the mat. The other side is the actual iron-on vinyl, and this is the side the machine will cut out. I'll stick it down to a green mat and use a brayer to make sure it's stuck down smoothly. Now I'll pop it into my Maker 3. You can use a Cricut or Silhouette for this step. Next, I can grab my weeder tool and use it to pull off the background. This is ready to take off the mat. The best way to do that is flip the mat over and peel the mat away from the design. Now I can get the bag ready for the HTV. I'll put a piece of butcher paper over the bag. I have my heat press set to 315 degrees, and I'll just give this a quick 5-second press to prep the bag. If you don't have a heat press, you can use an iron for the step using the cotton setting. I have one more thing to do to prep the bag, and that is use a lint roller to get off any loose fibers. Now I can place the design into position and stick it down. I have my bag back on the heat press. I'll put the butcher paper back on the bag. Now I can press this down for 40 seconds. If you're using an iron or an easy press 1 or 2, try to keep your heat press as still as you can while applying firm pressure. Once the design is cool to the touch, you can remove the carrier sheet. Well, this bag is done and ready to go. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more project ideas and tutorials on all things Cricut.